Hi guys. Whoops. Okay. I'm using a different phone and it's a lot bigger than I'm used to. Okay. Um, so today I'm going to play a voicemail from my narcissistic mother. It was left over a year ago. It was actually Valentine's Day. I went no contact with her about 2 months later. I should have done it way before this, but anyway, so here goes the voicemail that she left me.
Jocelyn, happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart. Jen, I hope you went and got help, because you need it with your mental problems. You've got to get help. You've already ruined Jocelyn's life. I fear for her life. Every day I worry about her because you're so neglectful with her. You let her do anything she wants. You leave her in the tub by herself, outside with electrical things. You got to get help, Jen. Otherwise, it's going to only turn out worse. Please get help. I love you guys. Bye.
Yep, lovely load of crock. Okay, anyway. So, okay, I'm gonna talk about like the tub stuff. Okay, so she said I leave her alone or whatever in the tub. According to the, what is it? It's the American Academy Pediatrics policy. Child under 4 should not be allowed in the tub alone. I've also read like where doctors say anywhere from like 5 to 9 is okay to leave them alone in the tub. In any case, my mom lives far away from me. She has no way of knowing what I do in my house and when I do it. You know, so all she knows is what she sees when she visits. Now, when she visits, she pretty much demands taking over. She wakes up with my daughter in the morning. She takes care of her. Well, this is when my daughter was little. She takes care of her, feeds her, does things with her. She tells me, you know, I'm a mom pretty much 24/7. So she wants to let me rest and sleep in and all that. So that's the only thing my mom ever really did for me, but at the same time, it came with its conditions, and also now she uses it against me. So, whoops. Okay, so, when she's here, she likes to bathe her and everything. So whenever it's bath time, I'll run the bath, and you know, my mom will give her a bath. So my mom sees that as, oh, you just walked away and left her in the tub. No, you're there. You know, I don't need to be there. The two people don't need to be in there to watch a kid. But at the same time, now that I really think about it, my mom was very neglectful with me. Maybe I shouldn't have left my daughter alone in a tub with my mother. And at a very young age, I've never had a full bathtub for my daughter. It's always been like a couple of inches. And yes, kids can even drown in a couple of inches. But as my daughter got older, it's like they said, doctors say about between 5 and 9. So I've been letting my daughter kind of bathe herself, but I always keep an eye on her. I may not be in the bathroom, but I'm always somewhere where I can see her. Like if you, I'm probably gonna try to show you now. Like, ooh, right now I'm in my dining room, and now I'm walking into my kitchen. And I'm in my kitchen, and right there, I could see my daughter all the way down at the end of the hall is my bathroom. You see that blue towel? It's on the door to the bathtub. So even though my daughter's almost 9, um, if I let her bathe herself anywhere from, because between here and the bathroom is the hallway and the living room. So, and then I'm usually like hanging out here in the kitchen doing stuff in the morning, getting her lunch and everything ready, and I can see her in the tub. And she's usually only in there for a couple of minutes. But truthfully, anybody at any age can get hurt in a tub. Elderly people, even I could go take a shower right now, slip and fall and crack my head open. Shoot, when I was younger than my daughter, I think I was in like first grade. My mom let me go take a shower by myself. It was actually a time when we were homeless, so that we were staying in this little cabin that, like, I guess some hotel had outside, and it was just a stand-up shower. I ended up falling in the shower and busting my butt. So she wants to act like she's Mother of the Year and she's never done anything bad or neglectful. Let me tell you how I almost died from her neglect. My mother's a smoker, and she had an ashtray full of cigarette butts, and she left them where I could get them. I think I was about 3 or so. I ate them, and apparently I stopped breathing, and she had to take me to the ER, and I turned purple and everything. So it's amazing I'm still alive from all the neglect from birth. So to talk about the electrical things that she is talking about, that's actually her neglect, not mine. My daughter's father, when we were still together, he had to go out in the field for a couple of weeks, and he got to come home for a weekend, and then he had to go back out to the field for a couple of weeks. Now, on his weekend home, he took like a weed whacker. It was an electric one that you plug in, and he weed whacked the backyard. We had like an overabundance of these plants that have these little spores on them, or prickers, and they hurt. So with our daughter playing in the backyard, he needed to get rid of those prickers. My mom stayed with us for a while at that time, I think about a week. And in order to get outside, you have to use the house key. Because in Texas, where we were, there was bars on the windows, and in the sliding glass doors to our back patio, that had a gate. And that gate, you had to use the house key in order to like open and close it or whatever. So normally the keys are with me in my room, but since she was staying with us, I had left them on the, like, we had a kitchen counter, but then we had a higher kitchen counter above that. It's like a bar or whatever. So I left the keys up there. So I left them there because she's a smoker and she wanted to go out and smoke. And like I said, when she's there, she lets me sleep in. And the first day there is the day that like my ex was there for the weekend. So the next morning, he left to go back out into the field. And then I wake up, I think about 9, and my mom's outside smoking a cigarette. Now, mind you, the way the wind is going, the cigarette smoke is going in my daughter's direction. And she's not even paying attention to my daughter. My mom is looking to her left, and my daughter is to her right. And to the right is the way the smoke was going. The first thing she gets on me about is the weed whacker, saying that my daughter could hurt herself on it or something. And I explained to her that, number one, my ex didn't really have time to put it away. And number two, she is the one who let my toddler outside in a diaper. And she is the one who is supposed to be keeping an eye on my daughter because she let her outside. And she let her stay out there knowing full well that the thing is still plugged in. Why didn't it occur to her to just unplug it? So the electrical thing is her neglect. She is the one that put my daughter around the weed whacker. No, my daughter didn't get hurt. My daughter didn't touch it. Nothing. So she wants to sit there and blame me. I mean, in a sense, I should blame myself because, like I said about the whole bath thing, is I should have known better and known my mom well enough to know that she can't be trusted. She's very neglectful. With the way she was with me, she's going to be that way with any children. And in hindsight, I really shouldn't have let her watch her by herself. So anyway, also another form of neglect from my mom is before I was school age, so I had to have been about, I would say 4. Where we lived, there was a playground like a half a football field away, and it was in the middle of winter, and she bundled me up in my snowsuit and just let me out the door at that age. And I went to the playground. There was nobody else there, but I could have been kidnapped if, somebody wanted to kidnap me because there was no one watching me. And I went down the slide and there was some ice, and I ended up cutting my chin open and I needed stitches. I have a scar from here to here that's barely visible now, but it's from having my chin cut open. And I had to waddle all the way home with my hand kind of like this to my chin because blood was just like dripping into the snow. So I don't know what kind of delusions my mother has that she was not neglectful, but thankfully I'm still alive, but there are many instances that I could have died due to her neglect. So anyway, that's my voicemail from my narcissistic mother that is trying to make me seem bad. Oh, and with the anger issues that she's talking about, it's because anger is a normal emotion. It depends on how far you go with it. I've always stood up to her. Not always, but when I started standing up to her is when she started saying, oh, you have anger problems. No, you have lying problems. And yes, I'm allowed to get upset at you lying about me. So that's kind of what she's talking about, is me getting mad at her treating me like absolute crap. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any voicemails that you want to talk about, or emails that you want to share that your narcissist sent you, go ahead and leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. I'll be making more videos. Have a good one.